Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that, up $3,000 on the week. So we're doing pretty good. $3,000 gains on the weekend. Remember, it's not just a straight line up. In the beginning of the week, we had our gains. We lost some momentum, back down. We had some gains, lost, and then we had 2 good days in a row, finishing off at $3,000. So if you want to see me crack open my portfolio, smash the thumbs up, stop right now, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be putting out a dividend video tomorrow, and I'm also going to be putting out an options video next week that you're not going to want to miss. There's some great positive momentum in the stock market right now, so now's a great time to be buying the dip, and I hope you already bought the dip because we're seeing it return. And if you guys didn't hear, we had inflation come in at a very, very poor number. So the stock market right now doesn't care. It's continuing to rally and continuing to go up. We have tech and big stocks flying up today. Spotify is up 3.7%. And we didn't get to talk about SoFi yesterday, so I want to talk about them today. They're up 12% on the week and 23% in the past month. We have a good chunk of change in SoFi, $3,000, $3,500 in just my Robinhood account. We're up $400 in this portfolio. And here in my Webull account, you can see we're up another 27%, almost $500. We have another $2,200 of SoFi in this account, so over $5,000 in SoFi. We're looking for SoFi to run a little bit more, but we're up 27% in this account, so we're going to actually be taking some profits here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a market order because I want it to fill right away because we only have a few more minutes until market closes. But we have 120. We're going to sell probably 40 shares. So a pretty good chunk of change. We're taking $750 out. We're taking 40 shares out. I already have a lot in my Robinhood account as well. So it just filled. It already filled. And we are set on that one. Because I already have a lot, I have 182 additional shares in my Robinhood account, so it's okay for me to sell 40 shares, especially because I'm up 27% on my Webull account. We have some cannabis stocks taking a big hit today. Grow Generation's down 11%, so it might be a good time to start buying and scooping up some shares of Grow. In the past 3 months, they're down 54%. However, in the year, they're still up. So if we see them under $20 per share, closer to that $17 mark, $18 mark, it could definitely be a lot more attractive to pick them up for long term. Because remember, on a federal level, cannabis is still not legal yet. But I'm sure it will be legalized here on a federal level sooner or later. So if you hold this in your long-term portfolio, especially if you're buying under $20 per share, definitely the risk versus reward is there under $20 per share and closer to 15. We also have other stocks that we talked about in the previous week and in previous videos rallying, like Mara. Remember, we said if Bitcoin was continuing to rally, Mara was going to be a good buy under $40 per share. And it's probably still a good buy, honestly, if Bitcoin keeps continuing the rally. But majority of the gains probably were already seized. We saw about a 40% run up from $30 per share. So if you were buying at $30 per share, or if you were even buying at $23 per share earlier in end of July, then you're definitely reaping the rewards. You're reaping the rewards and the profits right now, around an 80% gain on Mara. A lot of my students seeing upwards of 80% gains on Mara. Now, one that a lot of retail owners own is going to be SESN with a volume of 25 million. It's up 27% on the day and 43% in the past week. A lot of people are still down because they were buying, above $1 per share. And a lot of people are wondering if this one can go back to $2 per share, $3 per share. It's definitely possible, but not probable. We can probably see this at around $1.50 again at the highest. So I think if your average cost is around 75 cents and you're selling at $1, that's a pretty good swing trade right there. And I would take my profits and run. Now, as far as a quick Tesla update, you guys know how I feel about Tesla. I like to sell above $800 per share. That's because I typically buy under $600 per share. Some I buy under $700 per share. As you can see, my average cost is $700 per share. We have about 2.1 shares. We're up 14%. So I'm not taking a lot of profits right now, but I might take some. I'll probably sell, for example, like 250 bucks out of my large position in Tesla. So just skimming some profits here, skimming some profits there. And the reason I'm doing that with Tesla is because I have a strong feeling it will be a $700 stock again, and it will even go down to maybe even $600. Tesla is a very volatile stock, as you can tell in the past. It going up very quickly and then dropping, it going up to $800 and then it going all the way back down to $500, which is actually a huge, huge drop. And then going back up to $760 after that, dropping back down to $500. Now it's had a pretty steady climb over the past, what is that, like 6 months or so. So if we continuing to see Tesla keep pulling ahead like the trend has been doing since May, maybe we can start seeing Tesla stabilizing a lot and the implied volatility on Tesla going lower and lower and lower. So if you're an option trader specifically on Tesla, it could be a good time because the implied volatility is pretty low because it's just been a steady gain for the past 5 months for Tesla. Now we see XPEV up 5% on the day, and this is one that we are buying in the close friends group under $35 per share. It has a strong resistance right at $35 per share. So you can actually see right here, they've had $30 per share. They went down to 32, but a little bit more recent this year, they had 38, 34, again 37. So we knew that resistance was going to bounce back for something like XPEV. And I ideally want to sell above 40 and ideally above $45 per share. So as close to 45, I might sell some around 42, $43 per share. Now we also have NEO a little bit up on the day, up 2%. $35 per share is a strong support for NEO as well. So I think just like how XPEV, we saw them pop up from their support, I think NEO is at a strong support of $35 right now. And it's going to be popping up to around that $45 or higher price point. But I am definitely looking to sell a majority of my shares above $45 per share. Now, if we look at what the analysts are saying over the next 12 months, they see on average a 72% upside. The lowest analyst has NEO at $47 per share. So NEO can be a sleeper that a lot of analysts are agreeing on is huge growth over the next 12 months. Now, some analysts even have it as high as $72 per share. Here we can see where the analysts are coming from. We even have one that was reiterated 13 days ago at a 62 price target in the next 12 months from Bank of America at a 5.6 star analyst. Okay, we have other 5-star analysts coming in, $65 per share. So you can actually see there is a lot of consensus on NEO that it is a great stock to own for the long term. Yes, it's a little bit risky. Yes, it does have the regulations going on and facing the same scrutiny that BABA has, for example, with the whole Chinese government. But they, it's undeniable they are selling cars and they're going to be one of the largest EV, electric vehicle manufacturers in China. Now, QCOM is another stock I'll briefly talk about because I want to talk about it more in the future. This is going to be one of the stocks that's going to be on my list next week, and it's going to be stocks to buy, best stock to buy during the dip. And I put a lot of research into these stocks too. So QCOM is a good one that people are forgetting about and sleeping on. Qualcomm is one that's at a 52-week low. Wow. Okay, a big company like Qualcomm at a 52-week low and has a potential upside of around 30% in the next 12 months, in my opinion. I think this is an absolute steal and one that I am going to be loading money into slowly but surely throughout the coming weeks. So this is one I definitely wanted to talk about on the channel. In the next 12 months, analysts have an upside of 41% for QCOM. So they're one to definitely look out for, one to put into your long-term portfolio. I think they're definitely a long-term stock, and some analysts even have it as an upside of 225. Here we can see where these analysts are coming from. Here we have a lot of 5-star analysts that are looking into Qualcomm. So these are all 5-star analysts that are saying 195, 180, 185, 225, $200 per share, 185. We even have a top 25 analyst, Ross Seymour, and you can actually see that's a $190 price target that he has. And we see Qualcomm at a 52-week low. So there's more growth potential that it has right now if you're buying the dip. So I hope you guys really did appreciate that video. Smash a thumbs up if you want more videos just like this one. We finished the day up $1,200. So an absolute killer day, absolute killer week as well. If you guys want to know more about how I invest and see what stocks I'm investing in, when I'm investing in it, and get access to my close friends group, message me on Instagram. I have a few more spots that I need to fill before I'm shutting down signups to my close friends list for a while. So let me know if you guys have been meaning to get on the list and you just haven't had time to do it, because I am offering that right now, some more signups and more placement as well to become a better stock market investor. And obviously it's important for your future. If you start now, you don't want to just be focusing on the next 3 months or 6 months. Think about if you start now and become experienced investor and invest in yourself and into a course to sharpen your skills. And the next year, 2, 3 years, even the next 5 years, you can really make some generational wealth for yourself by starting now instead of starting next year or next month or next 2 years or whatever the case may be. I have over $200,000 in all my accounts combined, probably over $300,000 if you're including cryptocurrencies and NFTs, and it just didn't happen like that overnight. I've been investing for 5 years, and at first, the first 2 years were definitely the slowest years, but then as soon as I started sharpening my skills and becoming a better investor, knowing what to look for, what stocks to look for, becoming experienced in the stock market, the next 3 years really took my count off. 3 to 4 years took my count, and that's where I made a majority of my gains in the stock market. Check out my crypto page at The Daily Cryptocurrency on Instagram if you want a crypto update. I just put out an awesome NFT video today, by the way, and you can mint some cheap NFTs. That's what that video is all about. But share this video with a friend if you think that they can find it helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.